What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Avalanche. Avalanche is now like a tenth of the price that it was in the during this previous bull cycle. So I want to take a look at how they are growing and how they are looking. And before I get into it, I update the spreadsheet, the first 26 coins that I spoke about on the channel. And you invested $100 into each of these, want to release videos about them, and you're still holding that crypto, being profit for around 8.5k. Obviously, this is after bear cycle, well, multiple retracements in the bear cycle. At one point, this was above 100k. This is always a good reminder to take profits all the way through a bull cycle. It's the same principle as trying to cash out at the top, or getting in at the bottom. Like, it's easier in both regards, DCAing in and out. If you want to see the coins I own, folks, you can come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share every coin I buy and sell. I've got a couple buy orders open at the moment. I've just recently done a couple buys. These are coins that I think can do massive gains in the following bull cycle. So if you want to see what they are, all you have to do is click the link in the description and check it out. Right, Avalanche. There's a fair few things to talk about with Avalanche. Firstly, it's part of 3 Arrows Capital's portfolio. Obviously, 3 Arrows right now are having an issue, to say the least. In fact, 3 Arrows right now are very possibly insolvent. In fact, the Avalanche themselves have distanced themselves from 3 Arrows with regards to the insolvency fears. And I'll take a look at that in a second. So, in fact, let's take a look at that now. So, Ethereum compared to Avalanche. So the blockchain said in a tweet that 3 Arrows never had any control over Avalanche's treasury funds. Avalanche's comments come after 3 Arrows faces the potential liquidation of its positions as the hedge fund failed to meet several margin calls by lenders. The hedge fund was obviously a major investor of Avalanche. And 3 Arrows Capital, along with Polychain, led a $230 million investment into Avalanche last year that saw the blockchain issue AVAX tokens to 3 Arrows in a private sale. AVAX has slumped in value this week on fears that 3 Arrows could dump its stake to cover its positions. The token is down nearly 32% in the past 7 days. 3 Arrows is liquidating its Lido staked Ethereum funds as the market crisis is deepening. It liquidated 15,000 staked Ethereum in 1 hour earlier this week. Staked Ethereum plunged nearly 40% in the last 7 days and is still trading at a sizable discount to Ethereum. Avalanche is not the first one to make such a statement regarding 3 Arrows Capital. Crypto lender Nexo has also made it clear that 3 Arrows Capital has no exposure with its digital assets. BlockFi said it liquidated a large client when they failed to meet their obligations. It's just, there's been obviously a hell of a lot happening. But in terms of Avalanche, right, since Avalanche has been up and running, the mainnet went live in 2020. Its all-time high was was $135, and I'm sure it was higher than that. Currently, it's priced at $15. Now, Avalanche is the fastest smart contracts platform in blockchain. Since the platform has grown to over 450 individual projects, 118 million of AVAX has been burnt. They have over 1,350 individual block producing validators and over 1.5 million community members around the globe. When you actually take a look at Avalanche, they've actually updated the website a little bit recently. But the speed with which transactions are confirmed on Avalanche is quite incredible. So they've got they claim to have infinite transactions per second because of their subnets. The transaction finality is less than 2 seconds. They're energy efficient. They have thousands of nodes. Obviously, they're proof of stake, and they have 80% parameterized safety threshold. So you can build Ethereum-based dApps immediately onto Avalanche because it's Solidity compatible. It's pretty spectacular in terms of what they've actually managed to do in literally about 2 years. And when you start actually looking at the ecosystem within Avalanche, it's pretty goddamn huge. Certainly in particular, one of the best things that they've got is their DEX Traded Joe. That's been pretty spectacular for Avalanche. AVAX is available everywhere. There simply isn't a place that you can't get it. The founders of Aave, the founders of Benqui, the founders of Curve Finance and Stake DAO and Sushi Swap have all been exceptionally complimentary of Avalanche, and for good reason. It is outstanding. Now, right now, in terms of the throughput that they're getting, like I said, infinitely scalable, according to them. My only real concern for Avalanche moving forward really is probably just in and around the bridges, because the bridges are where the hacks lately have occurred throughout crypto. Not that I'm suggesting there's vulnerabilities there, but that has been where we've seen problems in the past. Not with Avalanche particularly, but with other bridges for other blockchains. But right now, when you look at the layer ones that are out there, like Solana, Ethereum, Solana's had real problems in terms of staying alive, in terms of in terms of suffering attacks. They've genuinely had a number of problems. I do expect this, by the way. That they're teething problems that you do see, and you always see them. We saw them with Ethereum. But the real strength is that we haven't actually seen it at all with Avalanche at any point. And right now, priced at $15 is pretty goddamn good. If it can dip down into the sort of low $10 range, or even into the single digits, that would be a spectacular opportunity in terms of an investment, because Avalanche is here to stay. It's already one of the strongest blockchains out there. I'll be very interested to see if there is significant selling pressure on Avalanche beyond the current bear cycle. If we start seeing 3 Hours Capital, really dumping their position, combined with a deeper bear cycle where we're breaking below 20k now for Bitcoin, the potential down to 10k or 15k is certainly there, and even now that's about 25%, just down to 15k drop in Bitcoin. So you would expect north of 35 to 40%, probably 40% drop for altcoins. So that would drop Avalanche down to about $9. That's a damn good entry point for a crypto that had an all-time high of around $140, $150 this past year. Yeah, really, really strong. But as we continue to see liquidations, and as we continue to see significant problems in and around the crypto space, we do have to be aware, folks, that this correction, this dive can go further. And DCAing in is always the right call, because trying to time the bottom of the market is pretty damn hard. Like I say, 1 billion people probably get it. But Avalanche will certainly be tackling the top 10 once again in the next bull cycle, if not the top 5. In terms of price appreciation, it's probably one that's going to be really, really running well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think it can 10x? Do you think it can 20x? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know when new content is coming out. And if you want to see the coins that I've been buying up, the coins that I bought in the last week, the buy orders that I have live right now, and come check out Copy My Cryptos. The investments that I'm making right now are the ones that I believe can have massive gains in the following bull cycle. So if you want to see them, you just have to click the link in the description and check it out. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.